Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. It's time for us to do a little bit of backtracking in Exted's Castle. We're going to get that optional boss, which is a optional summon. We're going to get some treasures that we missed as well. So, the main treasure we want to get, or the annoying treasure we want to get, is that one in the upper right corner there. In order to get it, we're going to have to fall down a pit. And we want to fall down the pit so we can minimize the amount of time we spent in that lava. So, yep, we're gonna head back down. Unfortunately, we gotta head back through all this lava again. Remember to keep yourself safe because this floor has a lot of dragons on it. Tend to run into either the yellow dragons, one or two of them, or 3 blue dragons. They seem to be the most common encounters, so it's important to keep your hit points high because both of them have multi-targeting attacks. The blue dragons have the blaze attack, and the yellow dragons have the thunder attack. And if they back attack you, they may be able to go. They will go before Angel can put up his love song to freeze them in place. So, in the last episode, we hit the skull on the bottom here to create a bridge to go toward that save point. Now we got to go to the skull on the top, and that'll warp us to in front of that this little like flame in a green circle. And that's the optional boss here, Carbuncle. It's an optional summon. I'm not going to be able to use Carbuncle, but, 100% we want to defeat it anyway. So, first thing we want to do is we want to put a wall spell, the wall ring, on Lenna. Because this guy, his weaknesses change, and sometimes he's vulnerable to status effects. So we want to have the wall up on Lenna so she can cast the Venom spell and put it on Carbuncle. Carbuncle comes equipped with a built-in wall spell. He basically bounces spells off himself to hit you, so you can't just target him directly with it. So, sometimes you'll see his weaknesses will change, because sometimes I'll hit him with a fire spell, we'll do basically no damage, and then it'll do a whole bunch of damage. Sometimes I'll hit him with an ice spell, and it'll do a lot of damage, then another time I'll hit him with the same ice spell, and it does do a lot of damage, so... Yeah, his weaknesses change a bunch. If you have that Shoat summon, that optional summon in the lake, what you can do is you can just summon him, and eventually Carbuncle will not be strong against instant death, and will be turned right to stone. So that's one way you can take care of this boss, but we're just going to whittle him down slowly with hitting him with swords and magic. So, main thing we want to get is that Venom, because that'll take a chunk of his health off every turn. And speaking of turns, we had Angels use the speed song after doing the vitality song. So he's just going to keep singing, and our speed is going to be going up, and we'll be getting a lot more turns. Remember now that Lenna has the wall ring on, in order to heal her, you're going to have to use a high potion. So you can see resistances change. Sometimes Carbuncle takes a lot of damage from physical attacks, sometimes he takes next to nothing. Same thing with magic. Sometimes he'll take a whole bunch of stuff from magic damage, but not from others, so... Basically, he's more of an annoying boss, because you never really know what he's weak against, or what's going to deal a lot of damage to him. So, but luckily we have him pretty much locked down. The Venom will help deal a whole bunch of damage to him. And as long as, we keep people, up and healthy, we should be okay, so... That speed song is really, really helping us out. Unfortunately, Angel just got knocked out, so we're going to have to restart singing again, so... Yeah, too bad we don't have some of the other songs that we'll get later on that increases, attack power, magic power, or levels. All of them would basically make our damage do a whole bunch more, because levels factors into the amount of damage that you do, so... We're going to find that really annoying later on, because we have another boss battle later on in this episode, and that boss uses an ability that cuts your level in half. And so you'll notice that when Faris uses the Gill Toss, the lower the level she is, the less damage it does. And I think it's your level times 50 that determines how much damage your Gill Toss does. So obviously getting your level cut in half just basically cuts down your damage in half, and we'll see that. So And the boss is really smart because he keeps using the Discord, which is the spell that caps your level. Keeps targeting Faris. Boo, which is the one person we don't want him to target. So sometimes you just get lucky, sometimes you don't. My sister, Princess Gwen over here, she's not feeling lucky right now because she keeps trying to get up onto the computer desk where all the yummy, shocking wires are. So yeah, see, fire did a whole bunch of damage there, but later on, like, we'll hit with fire and it'll basically do, like, no damage. So, you have to target yourself, or whoever has the wall ring on, because Carbuncle has a built-in wall, so if you try to hit him normally, it'll just bounce back on you. So that's why I had that wall ring equipped, so that, you know, Lenna can deal a little bit of damage here and there, so. And now everyone's missing. But it doesn't matter too much that we're missing so much because we're getting so many turns in there. That speed song is really, really nice. So it's too bad we just don't do a lot of damage with those speed songs. So there's a new spell, X Zone there. Well, that's an instant defeat spell. But it also has another purpose, or an in-game purpose, that we'll see actually against the next boss. So, who is also optional like this boss. But of course, we'll be hitting all the optional bosses and everything, so. Like I said, 100% playthrough. We're getting the 100% treasure rating, and seeing all the enemies, and getting all the treasure. Well, treasure chest is 100% rating, so. But filling out all the bestiary, and that's why sometimes I do those things where I farmed an enemy. Like those motor drive enemies last episode. So yeah, fire, ice wasn't doing a lot of damage before, now it's doing a lot of damage, and yeah, so Carbuncle, kind of annoying, but eventually we take him down, and he decides to join our team. Now, if you use him as a summon, basically what he does is he appears and he puts the wall status on all your characters. So, he has that built-in wall, so that's what he does for you. He gives you the wall effect. So, he doesn't appear as an item, he just automatically appears in your thing. So yeah, level 4 summon there. So, we will never use him, because we don't have a summoner. Although, there's a magic lantern later on that, instead of rubbing it and getting a genie, you get a summon. It starts from the most strongest summon and then works its way down. And then you have to recharge it if you want to get where you found it at to get new summons again. So, or to get back from the top summon. So, all right. So now we gotta go. Gotta look at the little map I have that marks off where the holes are in this little section here. Because if you don't want to fall back into that lava, you gotta hit the skull on the bottom, and that will reopen the bridge. And then we gotta make sure that we walk across that section, not below the skull, because if you touch the skull again, that bridge that you just made will disappear, so kind of be annoying. I did that once or twice, so. Alright, let's head on up here. We could save our game, but this optional boss we have coming up isn't too tough, so I don't feel the need to save. But if you want to be cautious, you might want to save again, because, like I said, we have an optional boss coming up, and we're also very close to X death. So we'll be making use of that save at the end of this episode to save ourselves right before we attack X death. So we got a partisan spear there, that's good for like dragoons who use spears, and then the pinwheel is a stronger ninja shuriken. So in order to fight this optional boss, we have to open this treasure chest, and it's empty. And then if we try to head up this way, our good buddy Gilgamesh will appear. Well, I don't know if he's our good buddy, but he kind of becomes a friend in this battle. Gilgamesh, haha, I've taken what's inside this box. Now it's time for us to fight him for the 4th time. Now, if you have a thief, he will eventually change forms halfway through, and not like how the second time we fought him on the big bridge, where he just like put armor on himself and hasted himself and put a shell on himself to get really strong. He actually will change his appearance once we drop him down, once we finish his hit points off here. And then once he changes his appearance, that's when we can steal another piece of Genji equipment off of him. So, and this time it's the Genji helm. I think the first time you fought him there on the ship, the third time you fought him on the ship, you would steal the Genji gauntlet from him. And you steal the Genji helm here. Next time I think is the Genji shield. And then the fourth time is the Genji armor, the last time. Although I don't think you can fight him the last two times, because you fight him in the Cleft of Dimension, and if you don't fight this optional boss battle with him, what ends up happening is he never gets banished to the Cleft of Dimension, so he won't help you out there. And you'll miss out on those two Genji equipments, but we're gonna miss out on them anyway because we don't have a thief to steal. So there is a knife you can get later on that allows you to steal things, a non-thief to steal things. It's kind of like the dancing dagger, how sometimes it does dances. This one will sometimes randomly do the steal command, but we don't get that until later, so we won't be able to steal those first two pieces of Genji equipment off of him anyway. Here you see as Faris' level went down, she deals less damage with her Guild Toss. So I'm just gonna have to take this nice and slow, and you use a lot of blue magic. The flash spell, the disc cuts your level in half. Well, blue magic is called Dark Shock. That's basically the same thing. So Gilgamesh, a good place to get some blue magic. X-Death coming up too also has a new blue magic spell, Condemn, that he can use, he can pick up. But once again, we don't have a blue mage, so I'm just gonna make use with our red magic, white and black up to level 3. So yeah, Lenna's still working on mastering the red mage. Red mage takes a long time to master. But it gives you that really good ability. And we've taken down Gilgamesh, so now he starts talking. So let's see, this is our 4th time, huh? Yep. Galuf once by himself in the prison, then the big bridge, and then on Zizu's fleet. Lenna muted Cara, who doesn't use any spells. By the way, where's that jolly old man? X-Death. I see. That was a magic spell from a while ago. It stops you and puts the old status on you. Could have learned that back at the barrier tower. That was we fought Gilgamesh the second time, or the third time, right outside the barrier tower. So, there you go. Okay, this is the end of my warm-up. Gilgamesh changed, and he reveals his true form, this multi-armed weapons collector. Basically, that's his gimmick in future games. So, now the sword that he was supposed to get in here was called Excalibur, but it's actually a pun. It's called Excalibur, which basically does like no damage. It has a really high attack power, but when you attack with it, it does minimal damage. One way to work around that is like with the Goblin Punch blue magic spell. If you have the Goblin Punch blue magic, one thing you can do is have that for high attack power, and the Goblin Punch will still use the high attack power. But if you just attack with it like it's a regular weapon, it's going to do like trash damage like what it's doing here for Gilgamesh. So, what the? He's confused. He thinks he got the greatest sword ever, but we know that the real Excalibur sword is one of the swords in the legendary weapons sealed in Cruiser Castle. So, Gilgamesh doesn't know that, so he thinks his relic sword here is the actual real thing, but it's not. So, he's gonna drop it though, after we defeat him here. for, technically, after X-Death defeats him. Because X-Death's gonna be tired of him and banish him with X-Zone to the Cleft of Dimension. Now, when we got hit with X-Zone, we just, instantly got knocked out. But when X-Death uses X-Zone, he sends you to the Cleft of Dimension. And we'll learn what the Cleft of Dimension is later on in the game. But for now, we just know that X-Death is there. Excalibur, which is almost like a fail of Excalibur. So this translation Excalibur, like fail. In other translations, they do Excalibur instead of Burr. So that's the way you know that what one's the real, which one's not. So there's a slight misspelling. So, well, that's it for content here in X-Death's Castle. All you have to do now is confront the big bad himself, which we'll do in our next episode. Take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Thanks for your support. Have a good day. Bye.